Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Anupma Biology classes. In this video, our topic is growth hormones and regulators. This video is taken from Plant Physiology series CBSE class 11th, part 3rd of chapter 16. Now let's see here the lecture overview. So in this video, we will focus on some important topics related to the hormones first is the growth hormones and growth regulators. Then first hormone which is auxins, then discovery of auxins, types of auxins and physiological effects of auxins. Now let's start the topic. Here the question is, what is growth hormones and growth regulators? The dormant seed, the miniature of the plant body, germinates as soon as it gets ample amount of moisture. Favorable environmental and physiological condition leads the germinated seeds to a state of well-defined differentiated plant body. In addition to nutritional and genetic factors, growth and differentiation of plant depends on some more important hormonal factors which regulates the distribution and fate of nutrients in different organs and the final form of plant body. Thus, the hormonal factors play an important role in the growth and differentiation of plants. Now, so what is growth hormones? Growth hormones or phytohormones are the organic substances which are synthesized in minute quantities in one part of the plant body and transported to another part where they influence a specific physiological process. This definition is given by Wendt and Thimann in 1937. So here you can see that plant hormones are of three types: growth promoters, growth inhibitors and promoters. So in case of growth promoters, there are three hormones like the auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins. In growth inhibitors, only one hormone which is abscisic acid, and the growth inhibitors and promoters both is ethylene. Sometimes the term growth regulator is mislead with the phytohormones. The term phytohormones, as the definition indicates, is implied to those chemical substances which are synthesized by plants and thus they are naturally occurring. On the other hand, there are several manufactured chemicals which often resemble the hormones in physiological actions and even in molecular structure, and these cannot be termed hormones and thus they are called growth regulators. So plant growth regulators are also the two types. First one is natural and the second is synthetic. Naturals are the plant growth promoters like the auxins, gibberellins and cytokinins. Growth inhibitors like the ethylene and abscisic acid, while the ethylene are also promoter, and the synthetics like the NAA, 2,4-D and 2,4,5-T. So we will see each and every part in detail in the next slide. Now, the first hormone which is known as auxins. So what is auxin? Auxin is given by a Greek word that is auxin, which means to grow. The term auxin includes all those chemical substances which promote growth of stem or coleoptile sections and decapitated, that is apex removed coleoptiles, but in the same concentrations are incapable of causing growth or intact plant. The principal naturally occurring auxins is indole 3 acetic acid, that is IAA. Now, discovery of auxins. So, what is the discovery of auxin? Let's see here. The existence of first plant growth hormone came from the work of Darwin in 1881. Darwin and his son, while working on canary grass, that is Phalaris, demonstrated the bending of grass coleoptile towards unilateral source of light. Here you can see that this is the diagrammatic summary of Darwin's experiments on phototropism and auxin. The bending occurred only when the tip of coleoptile was also illuminated. So decapitating or covering the tip with a black cap resulted in loss of sensitivity of the plant towards light. So replacement of the tip again caused bending. This showed that the tip of the coleoptile perceived the light and then exerted some influence on differential growth in the non-illuminated side. So Darwin experiment is some of the earliest experiments on the phototropism was carried out by the Charles Darwin and his son Francis in the 1880s. They observed the effects of directional light on your grass seedlings. And when grass seeds germinate, the leaves are initially protected by a cylindrical sheath called a coleoptile. These coleoptiles are ideal for studying phototropism. So, in the first experiment, this shows that young shoots bend towards directional light. In experiment 2, if one opaque foil cap is placed over the tip, bending does not occur, and the third experiment is if one opaque foil collar is placed below the tip, bending does occur as usual. Similar observation was made by Boyson Jensen in 1910-1913 on oat, that is Avena coleoptile. He decapitated the seedlings, smeared a bit of gelatin on the cut end, replaced the tip on the gelatin, and found that coleoptile bends towards light source. The conclusion was drawn by this simple experiment that some substances has diffused from the tip through the gelatin to the cut end where it causes growth. After that, Paul in 1818 demonstrated that if the decapitated tip was replaced on the cut and eccentrically, more growth results on that side, which causes bending even though this is done in complete darkness. And the final proof was provided by Wendt in 1928 that some material substances is involved in unilateral growth and that this substance is provided by the apex. He placed several decapitated tips of Avena coleoptile over a thin block of agar-agar. The agar block was allowed to stay for some time. The block was then cut to small pieces and each piece was placed eccentrically on the cut end of the coleoptile as shown in the figure. The characteristic bending was observed, though the experiment was performed in the darkness. This clearly demonstrated that the substance responsible for growth is synthesized in the apex and translocated downwards where it causes growth. The substance has leached out in the agar block from the coleoptile tips and then migrated downwards in the coleoptile where it triggered the longitudinal growth on one side. Wendt named this substance as auxin and concluded that no growth can occur without auxin. So, what are the substances for controlling growth movement in plants? At first, the experiment of the Charles Darwin experiment. Here you can see that decapitated coleoptile. Result you can see here, and the conclusion is the shoot tip was sensitive to light. In Boyson-Jensen experiment, light, that is gelatin, allows substances to diffuse down. And result you can see here, the conclusion is a substance produced at the tip diffused through the gelatin down the shaded side. Third experiment was about the Paul's experiment and the conclusion is the substance has diffused from the tip and stimulated growth. And the last is Wendt experiment and the conclusion is the substance passed from the coleoptile tip into the agar block and then down into the stump. The stump bent away from the side with the source of that substance. So this is the discovery of auxin by the Darwin, Boyson-Jensen, Paul and Wendt. Isolation and chemical characterization of auxin was done by Kogel in 1931 and Thimann in 1935. Kogel isolated the substance from urine of a pathological Dutch patient and named it auxin A. Kogel et al. In 1934 further isolated a similar substance from corn germ oil and named it auxin B. Subsequently, they isolated another auxin from human urine called heteroauxin, which was identified as indole 3 acetic acid. So, the molecular structure of IAs is given here. Thimann in 1935 isolated it from the culture filtrate in which the fungus Rhizopus suinus has been growing, and recently it has been isolated from coleoptile tips. To date, indole 3 acetic acid has been detected in many plants. Now, after this, types of auxins. So, what are the types of auxin? There are two major categories of auxins. which are the natural auxins. These are naturally occurring auxins in plants and therefore regarded as phytohormones. The best known natural auxin is indole 3 acetic acid. And the second is synthetic auxins, and these are many chemicals synthesized in the laboratories that causes various physiological response similar to indole 3 acetic acid, and synthetic auxins are not considered as phytohormones. So natural auxins examples are, here you can see that 4-chloroindole acetic acid and phenylacetic acid. Now, Whitman and Lighty in 1982 considered these two chemicals also as naturally occurring auxins. And in case of synthetic auxins, some examples like the indole 3 butyric acid, indole 3 propionic acid, alpha and beta naphthalene acetic acid, alpha naphthoxyacetic acid, phenoxyacetic acid, 2,4-dichlorophenoliacetic acid, 2,4,5-trichlorophenoxyacetic acid, 2,3,6-trichlorobenzoic acid, carboxymethyl thicarbamate, 2-methyl-4-chlorophenoxyacetic acid, etc. So this is all about the type of auxins. Now, what are the physiological effects of auxins? So there are some physiological effects. Here you can see that cell elongation and longitudinal growth, then cell division in the cambium, cell division and tissue culture, then vascular tissue differentiation. After this, root growth and root initiation, then apical dominance, prevention of abscission layer, parthenocarpy, auxins used as herbicides, enzymatic activities, flower initiation, respiration, plant growth movements, and other effects. So, see here, what are the roles of the auxins? Auxins produced in the apical meristems. Auxin promotes cell enlargement, that is stem, roots and leaves. Auxin inhibits development of lateral buds. Auxins controls leaf abscission. Auxins in high concentration inhibit cell enlargement in roots. Auxin promotes cell division in the cambium, that is secondary growth. So these are the physiological effects of auxins. Now, here this is the summary of auxins. Auxins are a specific group of hormones that play important role in plant growth and development. Auxin synthesized at root tip in the presence of sunlight. The term auxin is derived from the Greek word auxin, means to grow or increase. This is the first plant hormone discovered. Developmental processes like stem elongation, root initiation, apical dominance, fruit development are controlled by auxin. The most common auxin is IAA, indole acetic acid. Discoveries are by the Charles Darwin, by Peter Boyson and Jensen, Fritz Wendt. Mechanism action of auxin is auxin causes wide range of physiological effects in plants. Some of these effects such as cell elongation in shoot occur in minutes in responses to auxin, while others such as abscission occur in days in response to auxin treatment. Most studies of auxin induced growth in plants have been carried out on excised section of dicot systems such as soybean hypocotyls and pea epicotyls. Functions of auxins, it plays an important role in number of plant activities including cell division and elongation, promote flowering, tropism, prevent abscission of fruits and leaves, fruit development, apical dominance and the root initiation and development. Now, so this is the next upcoming video which is related to hormones are the gibberellins and the cytokines. So this is the end of video in which we knew about the growth hormones and growth regulators, in which the first hormone, that is the auxins, their discoveries, types and physiological effects of auxins. Now the next video we will see the other hormones like the gibberellins and cytokinins. So this is the end of video. If you understand this video, please like and share it and subscribe to my channel and Upma Biology classes. If you have any question, any queries or any suggestions, you can ask in the comment section below. Thank you for the watching.